For Murray State, we have head coach Matt McMahon. The student athletes are Terrell Miller Jr. and Jonathan Stark. And we will begin with an opening statement from Coach McMahon.
I would just say credit to West Virginia. They got an excellent team. They were everything we thought they would be, and wish them the best moving forward. But I'm really proud of our team. It's been a special year for us. These two seniors up here with me, Terrell Miller and Jonathan Stark, can't say enough good things about them and what they've done for Murray State University and our community in Murray, Kentucky. And our team has been an absolute blast to coach. It's been one of the great privileges for me to be a part of this special group. So I'm very thankful for that opportunity.
Questions now for the student athletes.
Ed Marlowe, Paducah-Sun. Terrell, can you just talk a little bit about your offensive game today and maybe your game plan coming into this matchup against West Virginia and how you were able to execute it so efficiently?
Thanks to my teammates, they did a good job giving me the ball, and they got me the ball in spots where they knew I can hit shots, and our guards did a great job of finding me on time and giving me the rhythm threes that I know I can knock down, and we just work on that all year, and it showed tonight.
Hold on. In the back.
Tim Booth from the Associated Press. Jonathan, it was obviously a tough day for you. How challenging was their defense, and what maybe specifically were they doing to keep you off your game offensively?
They're a solid defensive team, but I got a lot of wide open looks. I just didn't knock the shots down. But credit to them, they did a great job of contesting some of my shots. I just got to do a better job making shots.
Blake Sandlin, Murray State News. Jonathan, Terrell, obviously this whole week you've been scouting this West Virginia defense. Did you expect them to be as physical as they were today?
No, they was probably a little bit physical as we thought. They was real physical at the beginning of the game, but as the game started flowing, it's just regular basketball game. They just pressed us, and we just had to finish plays at the end. But they're a tough team. Credit to them on the defensive end. They got guys that come off the bench and come in and still play hard. They got a nice team, and their defense is really good.
Abraham Drew at the Daily Aztec. Talk about, you guys hung around for most of the game. You actually were pretty close to making it within double digits for the majority of the second half until the end. What kind of changed after they kind of pulled away, and then what do you think kept you guys from being able to kind of get over the hump there at the end?
Just felt like rebounds. We gave them a lot of second chance shots, and they were just being a little bit more physical towards the end of the game, and that's what changed the game towards the end of the game.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Okay, thank you. And we will continue with Coach McMahon. Any questions for him?
Tim Booth for the AP. Matt, you talked yesterday about how tough it is to simulate what they do. Now that you saw it up close, how tough of a defense is that to face?
Oh, it's everything we expected. I mean, they're a really good basketball team. I guess Virginia's been the most dominant team in the country this year throughout, and West Virginia beat that team. I think it just takes a cumulative effect on you. We weren't horrible against the press. I thought, and we talked about that all week. I thought we'd be able to attack the press, but their half-court defense is just so good. You can sit around and try and run different offenses. It's not happening. You have to be able to make plays, and when you draw help and kick, you have to knock down open shots. And we just didn't make enough of them this afternoon.
Any other questions for Coach McMahon?
Coach, Ed Marlowe, Paducah-Sun. Maybe can you just talk a little bit more about your two seniors and what they were able to give you over these last few weeks, especially in this big run. 13 straight wins. Unfortunately, comes to an end here at West Virginia.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a hard conversation to have, and I told him that in the locker room after the game. You know, when you don't necessarily love your team, that conversation's real easy. You know, you tell them to turn their uniform in and call it a year. But when you love your team and you have a special team and you have special young men as a part of your team, it's tough because you never prepare your remarks. You never expect to lose. So it's emotional in there because those two guys, you know, all you hear on TV is about all the crooks and the cheating and stuff in college basketball right now. Those two guys are what college basketball is all about. Jonathan Stark's what college basketball is all about. Credit to Javon Carter for West Virginia. That's what college basketball is all about. So I'm just so proud of Terrell and Jonathan for what they've been able to do to basically start our program over from scratch and to rebuild our roster in short order. And it's because of those two guys, the work they've put in. They've built the foundation of what our program not only has been this year, but what it will be moving forward. They've built the culture in the locker room of what our program's all about. And for me, you know, it's one of the great Murray State teams. And they're two of the best players ever to put on that jersey at Murray State. So I'm extremely proud of them and very thankful for the opportunity to get to coach them because they've been terrific. They've been terrific.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you.
Thank you.